Our sense is that after working on health and wellness for a couple years, and we need to continue to do that, the most important challenge that we have as a synod is to continue to try to understand ourselves as part of God's mission, and to listen to what God is calling us to do and trying to move that forward. As many of you can tell from the kinds of conversations we've had since we've been here, doing that kind of work is going to just take a lot of digging in and a lot of working with individual congregations and all of that kind of stuff. Grounding ourselves in the Word is absolutely imperative, listening for God's call. And so that's going to be a part of everything we do. It has been for a long time. We're just going to really continue to ground us and work hard at that. The two newest pieces of this, and this is what I want to hold up, are the development of what we are calling tables. Tables, teams, task forces, I don't care what you call them. Some people really hate the table language. That's okay. The idea is that we gather around tables to do our work together. And we try to do that cross-congregationally rather than isolated in each of our individual parochial settings. And so there are a significant number of tables happening, some of them regional to work directly with congregations, and some of them synodical so that we can be kind of in conversation across the whole of the synod. This has been the primary work of our Director of Evangelical Mission, Pastor Judith Van Osdal, and you've heard from her a number of times. She may have answers for you. You'll hear from her again and again and again. But she has begun to do this. We've launched at least one of the tables. We're really excited about the second one that we'll be launching in June around stewardship, which is something that we really need to be doing. So the walking together piece is how do we better connect across the synod? And we're really excited that we got a grant from the ELCA to help expand some of our electronic capability so that we can have electronic meetings face-to-face with anybody who has a computer. And we can do that then much more on a regular basis without people having to travel the long distances or worrying about the occasional snowstorm or hurricane or whatever happens. So those are one piece, this connective tissue that we're trying to build, and then using what we believe is God's grace through the power of the Holy Spirit to really, really help us be creative about what we're going to do next and where we're going to go. The second piece is reaching out more intentionally into the world, listening to our neighbors, to our context, and responding to some of the bigger social issues of our time. Many of our congregations are doing this in their neighborhoods, and that's part of what the regional tables will be encouraging. But we also recognize that we haven't for a number of years now had a church and society group or any kind of network where we can dig into social concerns, social issues that are current in our time. And so we are going to try to redevelop that network over the course of this year and begin to study more deeply and offer resources and opportunities for this synod to respond in advocacy, either with legislators and that sort of thing, or just in doing work in social ministry in the communities where we're located. So I hold those things up for you. We really do want your response. What do you think's exciting about this stuff? What do you think we ought to drop? Where are the resurrection pieces and the connecting things happening? There is a box over there. There's one out at the registration desk. So we really hope you'll respond to these. But I wanted to begin by just letting you know that that's kind of where we're thinking right now. And we expect that this is not a single-year task. So the vision is that we will be working toward this for the next 3 to 5 years. And the first steps are this gathering of the tables and then inviting them to help set the agenda for the next steps that'll come after next year. Okay?